Well, I am not going out there. You go out there. I think it's cold out. My watch says it's 46 degrees outside. And I know that it is 63 in the house. Not even that, because the furnace is on. You go out there first. Is it cold out there? That's what I thought. It is 6:17 in the morning. There's the toilet paper I bought the other day. Whoopee. And here's the bed. We like to call this bed Broken Dreams. I bought this bed when I had a snowball's chance in hell of actually getting all that stuff they promise you when you go to college. You know, you're going to cha-ching through life. All the money's going to be yours. You're going to get a great house and, you know, a driver and dust. All that white stuff is dust. And you're going to have a driver and a chef and all this stuff. And I actually spent a year and a half saving for this bed. As you can see, it's not entirely put together because you need a 10-foot ceiling. So, yeah, I need to take care of the trash. It is what it is. Like I keep saying, if all you do is clean, that's all you're going to get done. Prioritize your shit. That trash ain't hurting nobody. I've already blocked up a window because it's that cold. There's actually an air conditioner in that window. That's why that window's freezing. So, this was for the house that I was going to buy. That had 10-foot ceilings and a magnificent bed chamber and all this other shit. And as you can see, this is very much a fake house. This bed doesn't belong in it. Eventually, I'll get rid of this bed because it's never going to get the house it deserves, because I'm never going to get the house I deserve. But anyway, I need to get dressed. I need to put on those pants and get dressed and get my coffee. Now, keep in mind that I'm going to get out of bed and get my coffee because I am highly motivated to get some coffee. But I have known people and I know people that struggle to get out of bed. Yeah, it's tough. And people say, oh, well, they've got a mental illness or they're depressed or this, that, and the other thing. You know what? That may be the case. Or they could just know what's coming. Yesterday sucked, the day before that 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 sucked. And they have no real reason to believe that today is going to be any better than any of those previous days. You know, I have no reason to believe that anything fantastic is going to happen to me today. The bed's not put together. I live in a fake house. I have probably no hope of getting a real house. My college degree didn't do me any good. You know, and it is what it is. Every day is a struggle in this house. This house fights actively against me to getting anything done. You know, so every day I wake up with that knowledge. And right now I have a raccoon terrorizing me in the ceiling. Scratch, 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 chitter, 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 thump, thump, thump. Scratch, 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 chitter, 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 thump, thump, thump. You know, and it's not going to end. That's why the background music is still on. I turned it off for about 5 seconds, and the raccoon is just being awful. One of these days, I'm going to take a hammer and go through that ceiling. I'm going to teach that raccoon a lesson, because I've really had it with the raccoon. But, you know, that's about the only thing I can do is go through that ceiling and get that raccoon. And it's not really on my to-do list today. So let's go get some coffee and endure this horrible, terrible raccoon. You think your life is hard. I now curse my enemies by wishing raccoons upon them. Because I know that once they get that raccoon, they'll never be free of it. They can do everything under the sun and even hire a professional. It will come back. They will never be free of the raccoon. Start this coffee machine, and I'll just show you what I was doing last night. I just wanted 1 cup. So that's what I did. Oh, and I gotta close the lid. I did put more water in it this morning because I drank more coffee than I intended to last night. And if you're wondering what the noise is, that is some white noise, because once you get raccoons, you can never be rid of them. So if I want to sleep at all, and I don't sleep very well because of the noise, you find your favorite white noise and you play it pretty much 24/7, so that you don't hear scratch, 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 chitter, 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 bang, 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 thump, 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 scratch, 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 chitter, 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 bang, 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 thump, thump, thump. And I just haven't turned it off yet this morning because I literally just got up. But anyway, by the time I get done doing everything else, that coffee should be ready. All right, so I've checked the metrics. I'm in my office. The metrics were trash. The only thing that is showing any promise is the YouTube. I'm not really surprised. I was reading an article the other day that said anything with videos on it does real well. That means you should be putting videos on your website. You should be taking advantage of YouTube, and probably the other video platforms as well. But be careful. Some of those video platforms are owned by unfriendly nations. So be careful what you're doing there, because you don't know what their motivation is. We know what YouTube's motivation is. It's to sell your information. Now, I did finish episode 21 of the Horror of the Tazumari statue. That's not doing well either, but, I said I'm going to do it. I said I'm going to finish it. I'm going to make it my October thing, and that's what I'm doing. And if you saw the state of the bedroom and the fake house and this, that, and the other, you probably wonder, how do you get anything done? Extreme determination, dude. Extreme determination. Because you have to think, everything in this house is working against me. The house is not warm. The house isn't clean. And it's not going to be. Let's be honest. This house it's from 1991. It wasn't in good condition when I grabbed it in like 2013. And it's now 2024. It's 33 years old. It's not going to be clean. I can bleach the ever-living hell out of it, and it'll be sterile, but it's never going to be clean. Because once a house, and especially these fake-ass houses, once they get that old, you have to gut them and redo them. I actually had an editor get mad at me the other day for calling a existing house a used house. They said that I could be confusing people. No, I don't think the term is confusing, dude. If the house has been built, someone has lived in it, and now they are selling it, you are looking at a used house. Everything else depreciates if it's used. If somebody has used it, it's worth less. Like I paid, $20 for this coffee mug when I had it personally made. $20. It's a used coffee mug. In fact, it's not even up to date. When I made this coffee mug, I put the books that were done on the back. Right? So there's only 4 books on the back. That's how long I've had this coffee mug. So actually, it's pretty durable. But it's used. If I were to sell this at a garage sale, I might be able to get $2 or $3 for it. I paid $20 for it. I paid $20 for it. And then, you know, when you buy a house, it'll appreciate. Why? Not dissing existing homeowners, but why? Why is your used, even older than it was house worth more money today than it was 10 years ago? Why? Somebody explain that one to me. Because I wish I could sell this one for $60,000 or $70,000. I've had it for 11 years. 11 years, 10, 11 years. And it was in terrible condition when I bought it, and it's not really in very good condition now. The roof leaked when I bought it, and technically the roof leaks now, even though I fixed that particular leak. So, you know, I got the house for what I got it for, and now I want to sell it to you for $60,000 or $70,000. It's missing 2 axles. It's got a hole in the roof, but I've had it for 10 years, so I feel like it should be worth $60,000 or $70,000. Are you willing to pay that for this fake house? Then why are you willing to pay for it for a house that is going to need just as many repairs? You just can't see them. That's why you buy a home inspector, right? Right? That's why you get a home inspector, to uncover all these issues with the house. So you're going to pay $300,000 for the house and another $100,000 to fix it. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Why is that used house even priced that high to begin with? Anyway, there's my housing rant, because it seems like the thing to do this morning. And in case you're wondering, no, I don't have these cups for sale because I don't have anything that would link to the place that I would use to do it. So it's not for sale. It just can't be done with the website I have. Although I was having extreme problems with my website. Yesterday I was trying to get some videos into it, and it was just being horrible. It wouldn't load the video, because I have an upload feature in the back end of the website that allows me to upload shit. Well, they've got 1995 technology. It won't let you upload anything like beyond like 1 megabyte. And this video was like 1.0001 megabytes. So it just wouldn't load. It 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 wouldn't load. And I fought it forever. I wanted this video to load. And so I go to log in, and they no longer support Google Chrome on a desktop. That's right. My hosting provider no longer supports Google Chrome on a desktop. I can pull it up on my phone. I can pull it up on my tablet. I can pull it up using any other web browser, but it no longer works with Google Chrome on a desktop. I may have to find a new hosting provider. That's just too much. I ended up having to use Firefox, and Firefox is inherently unstable. It used to be Netscape, and Netscape was great. Firefox is terrible. Because I ended up, having to load this hosting provider on a non-standard browser, on an inferior browser, and do it that way. And I was looking for their internal FTP, because the limit, just like in 1990, the limit doesn't exist for FTP. So I was looking for their internal FTP. They don't have an internal FTP. I asked. And the only thing available was the stupid AI bot. Yeah, we're going to have AI. It'll be so great. Yeah, it'll be so great for you, because you don't have to hire anyone to work on the weekend, because you got this idiot computer manning your shit, and it's doing a crap job, but go right on. So I had to download an FTP. I had to get the external FTP credentials off the damn hosting provider. Had to plug those in, and they didn't work, by the way. Sorry, we can't connect you. Of course they didn't work right away. because you're supposed to have an internal FTP. This external shit is from 1990. It is 2024. Get your business together and get it upgraded properly. I mean, they're charging me enough for hosting that, this should not be an issue. I went from paying like $60 a year, and last year they wanted like almost $200. I ended up downgrading my package, but this is kind of crap I'm still dealing with. They don't even have a proper file upload. And I fought it every which way not to external FTP. Because it's just so old. Why are they still using this awful outdated technology? Let's find out when it was invented, because this is just stupid. (1971) FTP was initially defined in 1971, predating TCP and IP. Okay, that's how old FTP is. They started that in 1971. IP addresses were not even a thing in 1971. Neither was TCP, and I honestly forget what that stands for. Something protocol. So I fought it every which way not to use this external FTP. And there just was no way around it. And now I'm really, really kind of pissed at my hosting provider, because they're not updated. They're charging people $200+ a year for hosting. And they say, oh, we got all this great shit. We're updated. We have clouds and VPNs and blah, 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 and this, that, and the other. And we're so great. But if you have a file above 1,024 megabits, you're going to be using an external FTP. Really? I gotta get a new hosting provider. That's just ridiculous. So, the only thing I have to do today, after checking all the boards and everything, is the horror of the Tazumari Greed statue. So, I guess I'll work on that. It's the end of the month. I got one client that's late with their stuff. Surprise, surprise. And one client that didn't show up, so seems part of the course for these times. So I will get to working on some fiction. You have a great Monday morning and rest of the day. Remember to like and subscribe if you are so motivated to do so. Other than that, I will talk to you later.